Welcome to a world where valor clashes with violence, and the sands of the arena soak up tales of glory and survival. Today, we're diving into the untold stories of the gladiators of ancient Rome. Hold on to your shields, because we're about to uncover a bombshell about one iconic gladiator that might just rewrite everything you thought you knew. Historical background of the gladiators. Gladiators in ancient Rome were much more than just warriors. They were a diverse group of individuals who played an important role in Roman society and culture. Many gladiators began as prisoners of war, slaves, or criminals, seen as disposable in the deadly games. Over time, the chance for fame, glory, and significant money tempted many free men to join gladiator schools voluntarily. The gladiators honed their craft in tough training camps. Depending on their fighting style and class, like the heavily armored Mirmillo with a large shield and sword, or the quick Retiarius with a net and trident, they went through rigorous combat drills. This training was hard and life-threatening, designed not just to build physical strength, but also to teach discipline and resilience. But how did these men prepare their bodies and minds for battle? Gladiators followed a strict routine in their daily lives. Their diet, rich in carbohydrates like barley porridge and dried fruits, helped fuel them during combat. This high-energy diet was also boosted with protein from beans and cheese to keep up their muscle mass and recovery speed. But what about their mental state? We'll look at how gladiators handled the constant threat of death as they got ready for the spectacle of combat. The life of a gladiator. Imagine waking up at dawn in the barracks of a gladiator school, the air filled with anticipation of the day's battles. A typical day involved intense training sessions that mimicked arena conditions, from staging mock battles to practicing techniques in heavy armor. Training wasn't the only activity. Gladiators also learned how to boost their presence in the arena, mastering the art of entertaining the crowd and understanding the theatrical aspects of the combats, which were as much performances as they were fights. But how did they balance the show with their survival instincts? The mix of performance and danger created a unique form of art that has intrigued historians for centuries. Despite the tough realities, society's respect for gladiators sometimes raised successful ones to celebrity status, allowing them to gather wealth and followers, and sometimes even win their freedom. But at what cost did this fame come? Untold stories of the gladiators. The personal stories of gladiators are filled with both victories and losses, revealing the human side of these ancient athletes. Historical records and recent archaeological finds have unveiled intriguing details about individuals like Flamma, a Syrian gladiator who won his freedom 4 times, but chose to stay in the arena. Flamma, whose real name remains unknown, was renowned for his exceptional skills and won 21 of his 34 recorded fights, drawing 9 and losing just 4. His decision to remain a gladiator despite earning his freedom multiple times reflects the complex social and personal dynamics that influenced many gladiators' lives. Tales of other gladiators like Spartacus and Crixus add depth to our understanding of these men as more than just fighters. They were individuals with hopes, fears, and personal goals. Spartacus, originally a Thracian soldier, was captured and sold into slavery, rising to prominence during the Third Servile War, a major slave uprising against the Roman Republic from 73 to 71 BC. His leadership and strategic acumen were evident as he managed to defeat multiple Roman armies before his ultimate defeat and presumed death in 71 BC. Crixus, a Gaul, was Spartacus's ally and a fellow leader in the uprising. He was known for his fierce fighting skills and his deep desire for vengeance against Rome, which he viewed as the oppressor of his people. Crixus broke off from Spartacus's main force early in the revolt, seeking to incite further rebellion among the slaves of southern Italy. He met his end in 72 BC near Mount Garganus, when his contingent was isolated and defeated by the Roman legions. The shocking truth about Verus, the legendary gladiator. A surprising story emerged about Verus, a gladiator who not only survived, but thrived through several intense battles that captivated Rome. Verus, originally a slave captured during one of Rome's many military campaigns, was thrown into the world of gladiatorial combat. a place where few expected to find honor or justice. Yet, his skill and determination to survive turned him into one of the most celebrated figures in the Roman world. It appears that Varus's rise to fame might have been orchestrated as part of a broader political strategy by Emperor Titus, who took power during a difficult time marked by the death of his father, Vespasian, and the devastating eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Titus, aiming to stabilize his rule and present himself as a benevolent leader, may have used Varus's success story to illustrate his own values and virtues. By promoting the story of a gladiator who could earn his freedom through bravery and skill, Titus aimed to show his reign as one of fairness and opportunity, portraying himself as a people's emperor. The key battles that led to Varus's freedom were major events, staged in the grand setting of the newly completed Colosseum, which was a symbol of the new ruling family's power and generosity. These fights were not just for entertainment, but were loaded with symbolic messages about redemption and the chance to change one's life through the emperor's kindness. However, questions remain about Varus's independence in this narrative. Was he a willing participant, fully aware and accepting of the role he played in this imperial story, or simply a pawn in Titus's political plans? The spectacle of his combat and his eventual freedom were likely orchestrated, with Varus having little choice but to play his part on this grand stage. His personal feelings, whether he felt true gratitude or forced resignation in playing his role in this carefully arranged display of imperial virtue, remain hidden by the history of the arena. This story of Varus not only sheds light on the complex relationship between entertainment and politics in ancient Rome, but also prompts us to think about the lives of those caught in the powerful forces of history, individuals whose personal destinies were shaped by the decisions of those far above them in status. Reflecting on Varus's story, we are reminded of the intricate balance of power, spectacle, and human ambition that characterized the ancient Roman world. As we wrap up our exploration of ancient Rome's gladiators, we reflect on our lasting fascination with these complex figures. Their lives, marked by extreme ups and downs, remind us of the complexities of human nature and our ongoing attraction to spectacle and conflict. What lessons can we draw from their experiences, and how do they mirror the challenges faced by modern athletes and entertainers? We invite you to think about these questions as we consider how entertainment, morality, and power are intertwined, both in the past and in our world today. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the untold stories of the gladiators. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more explorations into history's most fascinating chapters. Join